Ever wondered what the final moments looked like? These pictures will show the last moments before. This haunting photo shows John Lennon signing an autograph for Mark Chapman, the man who would murder him just hours later in 1980, marking a tragic end to a legend. This is the chilling moment a politician unfortunately photographed his assassin in a family portrait seconds before he pulled the trigger. Reynaldo Dagsa, a counselor in Manila in the Philippines, was killed in front of his family moments after he pressed the shutter while taking the New Year's Day portrait. This last photo shows Vladimir Lenin in a wheelchair after suffering 3 strokes in the previous 2 years. By the end, he was paralyzed and completely mute. Beside him are his sister Anna and one of his doctors, A.M. Kozhevnikov. This photo was taken 5 minutes before Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophie on their 1914 assassination in Sarajevo, an event that is the most immediate cause of World War I. This photo of Carrie Fisher was taken by a fan in London the day before she boarded a flight to Los Angeles. On board the flight, she suffered a heart attack and passed away in hospital 4 days later. This is the last known photo of the Space Shuttle Challenger crew boarding the ill-fated space shuttle on January 28, 1986. Tragedy would strike 73 seconds into flight after the space shuttle broke apart, killing all 7 crew members aboard. In 2014, hiker Darsh Patel captured this haunting photo of a massive black bear moments before it chased and fatally killed him during a hike in New Jersey. On July 2nd, Amelia Earhart and Noonan, with 7,000 miles left in their excursion around the world, took off toward Howland Island. Due to unpredictable cloudy weather, inaccurate maps, and radio communications, Earhart was unable to locate the island and disappeared over the Pacific. Mao's last public appearance and the last known photograph of him alive was on May 27, 1976, when he met the visiting Pakistani Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto during the latter's one-day visit to Beijing. This photo, taken moments before the 1998 Omagh car bombing, shows a man and child near the red Vauxhall Cavalier bomb. The bombing killed 29 and injured 220, with the photographer perishing. This photo of Robin Williams with his monkey, Crystal, was posted 20 days before his death. Misdiagnosed with Parkinson's, Williams actually suffered from a rare dementia, leading to severe paranoia. This final photo of Ulysses S. Grant, taken before his death, shows the Union Army hero and 18th president who championed civil rights and reconciliation, leaving a legacy through his memoirs. This image is believed to be the last known photo of the RMS Titanic, taken on 11th of April 1912, after it departed Queenstown with 2,224 passengers and crew. The ship sank after hitting an iceberg, killing 1,500 people. This is believed to be one of the last photos of Albert Einstein, taken shortly before his death in 1955. The iconic physicist, known for his groundbreaking theory of relativity, passed away at 76, leaving an enduring legacy in science. This final photo shows 13-year-old Alexei Nikolaevich, the last Tsarevich of Russia, and his sister Olga aboard the steamship Rus in May 1918. 3 months later, they were executed along with their family by Bolshevik forces. This is one of the last photos of Freddie Mercury, taken in 1991. The Queen frontman had kept his AIDS diagnosis private until the day before his death, when he released a statement confirming it. Less than 24 hours later, he passed away from bronchopneumonia, a complication of AIDS. The assassination of Alexander, first king of Yugoslavians, by Vlado Chernozemski, an experienced marksman in the employ of the Internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organization IMRO, would have been forgotten had it not been for the multitudes of still and reel cameras. It was the first political assassination to be caught on news cameras. Dave Halley took this last photo of his wife Kim and their 4-year-old daughter before they took off for their dream vacation aboard Malaysia Airlines flight MH17. Shortly afterward, the passenger airliner crashed and burned in eastern Ukraine on July 17, 2014, killing 298 people on board, including the Halley family. According to Tesla, this is the last photograph taken of Nikola Tesla before his death. Captured in 1942, it shows the eccentric inventor in his final years, living in relative obscurity despite his groundbreaking contributions to science and technology. He passed away later that year. This is believed to be the last known photo of Abraham Lincoln, taken in 1865. Just weeks before his assassination, Lincoln, the 16th president, had led the nation through the Civil War and pushed for the abolition of slavery. David Bowie's final public appearance was at the December 7, 2015 premiere of Lazarus at the Theater Workshop in New York. Facing terminal liver cancer, Bowie had come to terms with his mortality. His last album, Black Star, was deeply reflective, with references to death, showcasing his acceptance, humor, and grace in confronting the inevitable, leaving a lasting legacy. This last known photo of Adolf Hitler, taken 2 days before his death, shows him outside his Berlin bunker surveying bomb damage as Germany lay in ruins. With defeat imminent, Hitler married Eva Braun and wrote his final will. On April 30, 1945, they ended their lives together in the bunker. Following his physician's advice, Hitler used a combination of cyanide and a gunshot, marking the collapse of the Nazi regime. This photograph shows Albert Einstein's office in Princeton, New Jersey, left untouched mere hours after his death in April 1955. The Nobel Prize-winning physicist's desk, cluttered with papers and ideas, serves as a silent testament to his relentless pursuit of knowledge. The image immortalizes the final moments of a genius whose discoveries forever changed science and the world. This is believed to be the last photo of President John F. Kennedy, taken moments before his assassination on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas. The 35th president, known for his leadership during the Cuban Missile Crisis, advocacy for civil rights, and vision of space exploration, was tragically killed while driving through a cheering crowd near the end of his first term. This photo is believed to be the last known image of Samuel Clemens, better known as Mark Twain, taken shortly before his death in 1910. The celebrated author of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, Twain captured the complexities of 19th century America through his humor, wit, and reflections on slavery, morality, and humanity. This photo of Jimi Hendrix with his favorite guitar Black Betty was taken on September 17, 1970 by his girlfriend Monica Danneman in the garden behind her apartment. Hendrix died the next day from a barbiturate-related asphyxia in London. He is said to have choked on his own vomit after taking a mixture of drugs, including a large dose of sleeping pills. This haunting final photo shows Christopher McCandless, the American adventurer immortalized in Into the Wild, holding a note while posing outside his bus shelter in the Alaskan wilderness. Taken shortly before his death in August 1992, the image was found on undeveloped film near his remains, capturing his resilience and isolation during his fateful journey. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd U.S. president, led the nation through the Great Depression with his New Deal programs and into World War II after Pearl Harbor. Despite battling polio, he stabilized the economy, supported allies, and reformed banking and Social Security. His resilience and leadership left a lasting legacy of recovery and reform during America's most challenging times. This photo of Heath Ledger was taken during his last film, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. A few days later, on January 22, 2008, Ledger tragically died from an accidental overdose of prescription medications in his New York apartment. His death at 28 stunned the world, leaving a legacy of iconic performances, especially as the Joker in The Dark Knight. This daguerreotype from July 1853 shows Joseph Avery, the sole survivor of a Niagara River boat crash. After the crash, Avery clung to a log for 18 hours, waiting for rescue. Tragically, the rescue boat capsized as he boarded, leading to his death. The photograph is considered one of the first examples of news photography. On September 25, 1978, Pacific Southwest Airlines Flight 182 collided with a Cessna 172 aircraft. This photograph was taken seconds after the collision, just before the flight crashed, resulting in the deaths of 144 people, including passengers and those on the ground. At the time, it was the deadliest air crash in the U.S. This is one of the last known photos of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. taken in 1968, shortly before his assassination. Captured during his campaign for economic justice in Memphis, it shows King on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel, where he was tragically shot on April 4, 1968. His legacy of peaceful activism continues to inspire movements for equality worldwide. This is the last known photo of Princess Diana, taken in the early hours of August 31, 1997, as she left the Ritz Hotel in Paris with her boyfriend, Dodi Fayed. They were pursued by paparazzi, and just moments later, their car crashed in the Pont de l'Alma tunnel. The accident tragically claimed Diana's life at age 36, leaving the world in mourning for the beloved People's Princess. This photo of Anne Frank, taken in 1942, is one of the last known images of her alive. It shows Anne with her sister Margot before their family went into hiding. After being betrayed and arrested on August 4, 1944, Anne died in March 1945 in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, leaving behind her famous diary that would inspire millions worldwide. This is one of the last photos of Steve Jobs, taken before his death on October 5, 2011, at his home in California. He passed away due to complications from a relapse of pancreatic cancer, with his family by his side. Jobs is buried in an unmarked grave at Alta Mesa Memorial Park. This photo of James Dean was taken on the day of his death. A passionate driver, Dean crashed his Porsche on September 30, 1955, while swerving to avoid an oncoming car. 7 days earlier, British actor Alec Guinness warned Dean about the car, calling it sinister and predicting he'd be found dead in it. This photo of Michael Jackson was taken during rehearsals for his comeback concerts just 2 days before his death. On June 25, 2009, Jackson went into cardiac arrest due to acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. Despite attempts to resuscitate him, he was pronounced dead at a hospital. His personal physician was convicted of involuntary manslaughter for administering the drugs. This is one of the last known photos of Mahatma Gandhi, taken in 1947, shortly before his assassination in 1948. Gandhi, known for his dedication to nonviolent resistance and his leadership in India's fight for independence, was photographed during his final years of peace efforts. His peaceful activism, which led to India's independence, tragically ended when he was assassinated by Nathuram Godse on January 30, 1948. This is one of the last known photos of Elvis Presley, taken just hours before his death on August 16, 1977. The king of rock and roll, who had become a global icon, was photographed at his Graceland estate in Memphis. Despite battling health issues related to prescription drug use, Elvis continued to make public appearances until his sudden death, which was attributed to a heart attack. This photo of Amy Winehouse, taken in London on July 12, 2011, captures the troubled but talented singer just days before her untimely death. On July 23, 2011, Winehouse tragically passed away from accidental alcohol poisoning. Her blood alcohol content was more than 5 times the legal limit. Despite her struggles with bulimia and addiction, she remains remembered for her powerful voice and unique musical legacy. This photo shows Marilyn Monroe with jazz pianist Buddy Greco in August 1962, just days before her death. Monroe, struggling with mental health issues like depression, anxiety, and insomnia, was found dead in her Los Angeles home. Her death was officially ruled a probable suicide due to barbiturate overdose, following a history of previous overdoses and mood swings. This photo of Muhammad Ali, taken by his daughter Hannah on May 22, 2016, captures a moment just before his final days. Ali was hospitalized on June 2, 2016, with a respiratory illness. Despite initial optimism, his condition worsened, and he passed away on June 3, 2016, from septic shock at age 74. Ali had been battling Parkinson's disease since 1984, but continued to advocate for civic and political causes throughout his life. This photo of Anton Yelchin, his last self-portrait posted on Instagram, was taken just days before his tragic death. On June 19, 2016, the 27-year-old actor died in a freak car accident outside his home when his Jeep rolled backward down his driveway, trapping him against a brick mailbox pillar and security fence. He suffered fatal injuries, believed to have died within a minute. This photo of Bob Marley was taken in Munich, Germany, a few months before he died of cancer, May 11, 1981. At this point, his weight was just 35 kilograms. Marley had a dark pigment melanoma, a rare form of skin cancer, under his toe that spread throughout his body and led to his eventual passing. This photo of Candy Darling was taken shortly before her death on March 21, 1974, from lymphoma. In a letter written on her deathbed for Andy Warhol and his followers, she expressed a sense of deep boredom and despair. Darling, a transgender actress, was famously known for her role in Warhol's films and as a muse for the Velvet Underground. This photo of Jim Morrison was taken on June 28, 1971, together with his girlfriend, Pamela Courson. Morrison died of a heart failure in Paris on July 3rd in the bathtub of his apartment, allegedly of a heroin overdose, although there is some uncertainty surrounding the exact cause. Morrison is buried in Père-Lachaise Cemetery in Paris, which has become one of the city's most visited tourist attractions. This photo of Jim Morrison, taken on June 28, 1971, with his girlfriend Pamela Courson, captures a moment before his untimely death. Morrison passed away from heart failure on July 3, 1971, in his Paris apartment's bathtub, with some speculation surrounding a heroin overdose as the cause. He is buried in Père-Lachaise Cemetery, a renowned tourist site in Paris. This photo of Tupac Shakur was taken moments before he was shot several times in a drive-by shooting. The shooting occurred in Las Vegas, Nevada, on September 7, 1996. Shakur died from his wounds 6 days later while in hospital. While allegations involving Shakur's rival at the time, the Notorious Big, surfaced soon after the shooting, these were never proven, and the case investigating the shooting of Tupac Shakur remains unsolved. This photo of Benazir Bhutto was taken moments before her tragic death on December 27, 2007, in Rawalpindi, Pakistan. As she stood out of her bulletproof car to wave to the crowd, a gunman fired 3 shots at her before detonating a suicide vest packed with ball bearings. Bhutto was fatally injured in the attack. This is one of the last photos taken of James Gandolfini, dining in Rome and enjoying the company of his family while on vacation. He died soon after, on June 19, 2013, of a heart attack in his hotel after a day of sightseeing in the city. This is the last photo of River Phoenix, taken just 2 days before his death. On the evening of October 30, 1993, Phoenix was set to perform with his friend Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers at a Hollywood nightclub. Early on October 31st, he suffered a drug overdose, collapsed outside, and died after convulsing for several minutes. The cause of death was acute multiple drug intoxication. This photo of George Harrison was taken for the booklet of Jools Holland's 2001 album, Small World, Big Band, featuring Harrison's song, Horse to the Water. Harrison, who had been diagnosed with throat cancer in 1997, was treated with radiotherapy and initially seemed to recover. However, in 2001, he was diagnosed with lung cancer and passed away on November 29, 2001, in Los Angeles. This photo of Patrick Swayze, taken during the final stages of his battle with pancreatic cancer, shows him resting with his beloved cat. Released by his wife, Lisa Niemi, after his death in 2009, it offers a rare, intimate glimpse into Swayze's life during his courageous fight. Swayze passed away on September 14, 2009, after a brave battle with the illness. This photo of Steve Irwin, taken 2 days before his death in September 2006, shows him posing with marine biologist Chris Jones on his boat. Irwin, known for his wildlife conservation efforts and fearless adventures, tragically passed away after being pierced in the chest by a stingray barb while filming off the coast of Australia. This photo of Keith Moon was taken just before his death on September 7, 1978. The legendary drummer of The Who tragically overdosed on pills prescribed to treat his alcoholism. The night before his death, Moon had attended a party hosted by Paul McCartney to celebrate the launch of the Buddy Holly Story movie. His passing at age 32 shocked the music world, leaving behind a legacy of both brilliance and turmoil. This photo of Lucille Ball was taken on the red carpet at the 61st Academy Awards in March 1989. The iconic actress, known for her groundbreaking role in I Love Lucy, attended the event to receive an honorary award for her contributions to television. This moment marked one of her last public appearances before her passing later that year in April 1989. At just 14 years old, Keith Sapsford tragically hid in the wheel well of a flight leaving Sydney for Japan. Amateur photographer John Gilpin, testing his new camera lens, unknowingly captured Sapsford's 200-foot fall to his death as the plane took off. This haunting photograph remains one of the most chilling and tragic images in aviation history.